Ah, thank you. You're very nice to allow me this opportunity to tell you about the Aero Commander. It's my favorite subject. How to succeed in business? Well, obviously, you're already successful or you wouldn't have turned me on. But I will say your success can be greater when you're really flying, because executive productivity and profit comprise the total purpose for which the Aero Commander was conceived and built. Evaluating your own productive time is easy. Just add your compensation, your share of overhead, and all the other items pertinent to your individual operations. Reduce the sum to a value per hour. Or just consider your individual contributions to your company's gross sales. Either way, your value per hour reaches a pretty staggering proportion, doesn't it? Multiply the value of 1 hour by the number of other key people in your organization, and you get a clear idea of just how costly a few hours of non-productive time can be. Well, that's why I'm here. The Aero Commander can improve your mobility enough to double your productivity. You can make your own schedules and eliminate all the costly delays you suffer while you're depending on commercial schedules, because the business-sized airliner-fast Aero Commander makes its own shortcuts directly to your destination. It can use virtually any airstrip anywhere, even at a remote job site if that's where you need to be. And the Aero Commander has room for 6 people plus the pilot, so take a staff with you if necessary. There are some side benefits, too. More time at home because you come back just as soon as your business is finished. And, if you wish, you can take the family along when the occasion permits. And their transportation doesn't cost you or your company a red cent. Let me give you a few pure product facts about this management tool. There are 5 models, each designed for specific use, depending on the requirements of your business. But I'm going to tell you first about the magnificent 680 FP, pressurized, air-conditioned, luxurious business machine of the air. No other aircraft anywhere near its class can approach the supercharged high-speed performance of this superlative Aero Commander. Now, obviously, the pilot always is first to recognize superior performance characteristics. That's why the Aero Commander often is called a pilot's airplane. But these characteristics are built into the aircraft for your benefit. Sure, every pilot enjoys cruising at 250 miles an hour, but to you, this means saving valuable time. The ability of the pressurized 680 FP to fly above weather and to provide relaxing comfort at the same time is a big help to the pilot. To you, this is a utility plus. You can fly a direct route. You can use your Aero Commander as business demands without waiting for sunny skies. And for you and the pilot, 680 FP pressurization provides a healthful environment. Sinus troubles? Ear problems? Select the cabin rate of climb that suits your own comfort, as low as 50 feet a minute if you wish, and relax while you speed on upstairs at 1,500 feet a minute, to altitudes where flying is smooth and fast. Let's say you're flying at 16,000 feet. Inside the cabin, the altitude is only 7,500 feet. When you start down again, select a comfortable cabin rate of descent. Now, on the ground on the hottest summer day, suppose you taxi out to the runway and there's a delay for clearance. The 680 FP air conditioning maintains a cool, comfortable 72 degrees in your cabin. Your pilot would tell you that the Aero Commander works for him because of its unparalleled stability in flight. And believe me, Aero Commander stability is designed into the airplane. The Aero Commander is perfectly balanced by its wide, high wing and a high vertical fin. That's why, as the pilots say, she stays put. And that's true. But to you, superior stability means greater comfort, less physical strain. You reach your destination feeling fresh and ready for your job. And here's a major plus factor important to every executive. Pilots will tell you that Aero Commander is unsurpassed in single-engine capabilities. For instance, the 680 FP at full gross weight can climb at more than 300 feet a minute and maintain an altitude of 16,000 feet on only one of its 380 horsepower Lycoming fuel injection engines. And how's that for a broad extra measure of assurance? Remember that I said the Aero Commander is business-sized? Well, this just right size is another matter of specific design. Inside the cabin, there's adequate move-about space for complete comfort. More, for instance, than in the finest limousine. And, like the limousine, there's no unnecessary stand-up space because you don't spend that much time aboard. Since we don't sacrifice speed for useless bigness, you get where you're going faster. The power is used for performance rather than to keep a sluggish, unnecessarily weighted aircraft in the air. Again, like the limousine, the interior is finished luxuriously in fine fabric and rich leather, in your preference of distinctive color combinations, of course. And the floor is flat, covered by lush, deep pile carpeting wall to wall. The contoured chairs can be moved fore and aft for desired legroom. They're the airliner reclining type, deep foam-filled cushions, retractable armrests. Man, real easy chair comfort. Each seat is by a window, so your view is gorgeous, and the pilot enjoys a picture window on the world, full sweep vertical and lateral visibility. And you should see the huge instrument panel. There's ample space for airliner-type instrumentation, including a full complement of all-weather equipment, even weather avoidance radar. The control quadrant is a central pedestal type like those used on the airliners. Now here's another important advantage, a result of the high-wing design. It's Aero Commander's exclusive ground-to-cabin one-step entry. You don't climb any steps or ladders. You don't climb over any wings. You simply step inside as easily as you'd enter your own automobile. The big 32 cubic foot luggage compartment, separate from the cabin area so there's no sacrifice of seating space, is very easy to load. The compartment floor is just knee-high from the ground. Now, I'm going to be specific for a moment, but you needn't take notes. Just back me up a few grooves if you wish, and I'll repeat anything you'd like to hear again. First, the 680 FP at gross weight, 8,000 pounds, will take off and clear a 50-foot obstacle in less than 1,200 feet. Climbing at 1,480 feet a minute, she'll reach an altitude of 16,000 feet, more than 3 miles high, in 10.5 minutes. At a power setting of only 65%, cruise speed is 246 miles an hour. Maximum is 280 plus. Depending on power setting, the operational range is up to 1,945 miles. If you wish, you can fly coast to coast and stop only once. Take my word, the Aero Commander 680 FP pressurized, air-conditioned, high-performance luxury aircraft is a magnificent machine of business. Now, I have a couple of minutes left. Let me tell you briefly about the other models of the Aero Commander, every one of which carries a comprehensive warranty on airframe and components for 1 full year. In the entire area of light business twins, the Aero Commander 500A is the finest combination of excellence, elegance, performance, and pure economy. The 500A is a 6,250-pound airplane with a useful load of 1,965 pounds. Fuel injection engines are 260 horsepower Continentals. The 500A has a top speed of 228. It cruises at more than 200 miles an hour, has an 1,800-mile range, and its fuel economy rivals that of a fine automobile. Next in line is the Aero Commander 500B, designed for all-around utility. The B model cruises at 205 with a top speed above 230 and has a range of nearly 1,200 miles. Fuel injection engines are 290-horse Lycomings, gross weight 6,750 pounds, useful load 2,450 pounds. And the Aero Commander 560F, designed for high speed plus maximum range. The 560F strides out for 1,200 miles, rides out for 1,200 miles, rides out for 1,275, useful load of 2,850 pounds. 350 horse engines are fuel injection Lycomings. Now get ready for this one. The brilliant, supercharged 680F. Here is maximum performance in a 4-ton aircraft with a big useful load of 3,200 pounds. Cruise speed is above 240, top speed above 280, and the Lycoming fuel injection engines pack 380 horses each. A proud and mighty aircraft is the 680F. So you see, whatever the transportation and the economic requirements of your business may be, there's an Aero Commander designed to do your job best, dependably, safely, profitably. The world over, Aero Commander enjoys the respect of all who really know aircraft. Aero Commanders serve heads of state and profit-conscious businessmen throughout the world. So why don't you improve your success pattern too? You'll get further ahead in business and way ahead of competition when you're really flying. Get an Aero Commander. This is the best advice I have to offer you, and I know it works. Why don't you get in touch with your Aero Commander distributor soon? Now, shall we go through my story again, just so you don't miss anything? There she goes. And 100 people on that jetliner will be all the way across the country almost as fast as sometime. Well, of course, you're familiar with the big jets. You know how fast they get upstairs, how smooth and quiet and beautiful a jet flight is around 35,000 feet high. You sit relaxed in your seat. You speak in a whisper, and there's not a ripple on the coffee in your cup. Got the picture? Now, just reduce the number of people around you to 4 or 5, and think of the cabin area of ample size to accommodate half a dozen chairs. Same comfort, same speed, same smooth flight, same altitude. Just a business-sized jet craft. Now you're thinking of the new Jet Commander. That's right, the Jet Commander. Pressurized, air-conditioned, high-altitude, 500-mile-an-hour business-sized jet transport. And the only difference, other than size, is that the Jet Commander can operate safely and easily from virtually any airstrip anywhere. Got that picture? Just think of the mobility of a jetliner that can use a small airstrip at some out-of-the-way community or job site just as easily as it operates in and out of metropolitan airports. Today, some 600 American cities are served by scheduled air transportation, and far fewer than that enjoy jet service. But there are airport facilities in more than 6,000 American communities, and virtually all of these communities are accessible by the Jet Commander. How many more jobs could you get done if you tripled your mobility? Wouldn't this also triple your productivity and the productivity of your other men on the move as well? Today, after more than 6 years of development, the Jet Commander is for sale now. Conceived, designed, and built by the manufacturers of the record-breaking Aero Commander, which has proved its superiority in the service of industry and government throughout the world. The Jet Commander is the optimum in business aircraft. National corporate air travel figures reveal that slightly more than 3 executives travel together on a single flight. So the Jet Commander seats 4 to 6, depending on your requirements, plus a crew of 2. At its full gross weight, 14,000 pounds, the Jet Commander will take off and clear a 50-foot obstacle in 1,500 feet. At full gross weight, it will climb at the rate of 7,000 feet per minute to reach an easy cruising altitude of 35,000 feet in just 5 minutes. And how about this one? On just one of its 2,850-pound thrust GE CJ610 engines, the Jet Commander will take off in 2,037 feet and climb at more than 2,000 feet a minute. Cruising speeds at altitudes above 20,000 feet are above 500 miles an hour. And while you're racing through the sky at 35,000 feet, the pressurizing system maintains a comfortable cabin pressure at a mere 8,000 feet of altitude. It will maintain sea level cabin pressure up to 21,000 feet. The range, with a 45-minute fuel reserve, is 1,925 statute miles. That's coast to coast in less than 5 hours, including one stop. All weather capabilities? Absolutely. Jet Commander instrumentation, electronic communications, and navigation gear, including weather avoidance radar, rivals that of the best equipped of the commercial jetliners. Go anywhere, anytime, day or night. Let me describe some of the comfort features of this new concept aircraft. The famous Aero Commander exclusive, one-step entry, ground to cabin, also is a Jet Commander feature. You step inside as easily as you enter your automobile. An air conditioning system keeps the cabin cool and comfortable, even if heavy traffic means a delay before takeoff. The pilot compartment is closed from the passenger area by a sliding door. There's a private lavatory and a wash basin with running water. There's a refreshment bar with facilities for hot and cold drinks, and a separate beverage locker. The deep airliner-type reclining chairs are finished in your choice of rich fabric and luxurious leather. Actually, you can have about any interior design you wish in the Jet Commander. The wing is aft of the rearmost window, so visibility from the cabin is totally unobstructed. And up front, the long, sloping wraparound windshield allows the pilot the widest range of vision. The turbines are mounted far aft of the passenger area, so the cabin interior is whisper quiet in flight. Yes, the Jet Commander is a beautiful example of luxurious comfort in private air transportation, and it's an unprecedented example of mobility. Most importantly, the Jet Commander will provide all these benefits at equitable cost. Day-to-day operating costs, reduced to a per-passenger mile basis, are substantially the same as those associated with present corporate multi-engine equipment. And it's for sale now, under the most daring purchase agreement in the history of aircraft. The Jet Commander purchase contract guarantees to deliver the aircraft on or before a firm date at a firm price, both of which are stated in the agreement. The contract guarantees to pay interest to the purchaser on all advance deposits until the date of delivery. It guarantees to repay the purchaser in full if the Jet Commander is not delivered exactly as stipulated. The agreement guarantees specifications and flight performance, and it provides a comprehensive warranty for a full year after the Jet Commander is delivered. Yes, the Jet Commander, the most flexible executive jet transport available anywhere in the world at anywhere near its low price, can be yours soon if you act now. Why not get in touch with your Aero Commander distributor soon? He will give you all the details and a specimen copy of the Jet Commander purchase agreement. Look it over and consider the value to your company of being among the first to utilize this most modern management tool. Because regardless of the transportation equipment you now employ, the Jet Commander can triple the mobility and the productivity of your executive team. You'll be really flying, and your success in business can rise as fast and fly as high as the superlative Jet Commander.